all you have to do is travel 46.5 minutes from this church east to Wayne County. And you can see what will happen if you're not vigilant, quick, early, and in a hurry. In the county of Wayne, today, there is an attendance area in a city that is 50-50 black, white in the census population, has a Air Force base in the heart of the city, and the schools inside that attendance area are 99.9% resegregated. The high school is the 19th worst in the state. And the school board and others continue to say that they didn't have anything to do with it, and the reality is the population in the city is diverse. And we have evidence where the school board is allowing, number one, people to have an open policy and to move, and number two, to bus kids, reverse busing. Instead of busing them to the closest school, they actually now busing them 8 miles from the school that they're closest to. And the people that have overseen this started out arguing for neighborhood schools. That's right. And what we find out now, they really weren't about neighborhood schools, because the neighborhood is Wayne County. They were just about schools for people on their block and in their area that they like. So Wayne County needs to understand that this is the time to be vigilant. Not 5 years from now, not 3 years from now, not 4 years from now, but we need to draw a line in the sand right here and right now. And what I'm going to share with you tonight are our positions, the historic, the current positions of the NAACP. It's my position as state president, it's the national president's position, it's any local president's position. So there's no need for any forces to try to meet with us individually. No need to try to call us into meetings so you can have a certain group that will go in a different way. We are one band with one sound. Here are the guiding principles of the NAACP as it relates to educational policy. All children need high quality, well-funded, diverse, constitutional schools. The work of the NAACP shall be, 1, to seek to eliminate segregation and other discriminatory practices in public education. Number 2, we are to study local educational conditions affecting minority groups. Number 3, we shall investigate the public school system and school zoning. The work of the NAACP shall be to familiarize itself with textbook material from which is racially derogatory. The work of the NAACP shall be to seek to stimulate school attendance. The work of the NAACP shall be to keep informed of school conditions and strive to correct abuses where found. The work of the NAACP shall be to investigate the effects of standardized and high-stakes testing practices. The work of the NAACP shall be to increase teacher certification. The work of the NAACP shall be to promote parental involvement in education. The work of the NAACP shall be to aim to be the center of popular education on the race question and on the work of the association. And what I want you to know is these positions do not change with an election. These positions do not change with personality. These positions do not change with Democrats or with Republicans or independent. These are the historic position of the NAACP. And these are the areas that we deal with. And it's not one or the other. It's the totality of the issues around which we shape any critique, criticism, or commitment to education and educational policy. I want to be very sober about that tonight. I want the media to be very clear. And not only are these our positions, we know what works to make great schools.
Oh, yeah.
Number one, see it at the bottom. Stop resegregation.
That's right.
2, provide equity and funding. 3, increase focus on science and math. 5, increase high-quality teachers and smaller classrooms. 4, 5, promote parental responsibility and student performance. Those are the 5 building blocks, not one of them. Because too often in this argument, somebody will say, well, you all just need to forget the diversity issue and focus on making the schools better. You can't make them better and not focus on the diversity issue. That's the law. We tried that from 1896 to 1954. So we have to hold all of these things together. And at the top of them, it is stop resegregation. Schools are resegregating in America at a rate faster than 1970. We believe in the NAACP that is a violation of the promises of the Constitution. And you keep hearing me say that. We want constitutional schools. This is not just some emotional argument. It's a legal argument. We want constitutional schools. We believe when you engage in these practices of resegregation, when you limit and contrive ways to pocket black and poor children, 39 failing high schools in North Carolina, 39 failing high schools, 99.9% of them are 80 to 70% resegregated, 100% high poverty, 100% high teacher turnover, 100% low teacher experience. And when you create those pockets, we believe it's not only a violation of the federal Constitution, but it's a violation of the state Constitution. When black and white people engaged in the fusion movement after the Civil War, rewrote North Carolina's Constitution and said in 1868 they didn't want to go backwards. That race would not be in the organic law of North Carolina. That there would be an equal opportunity clause in the state constitution, not just the federal constitution, in the state constitution. So when you mess up and mess with our children and mess with these schools, you're not just messing with their futures, you're not just messing with their possibility, you're messing with their rights under the Constitution. And we already know what's wrong. In August 2002, more than 500 students and scholars gathered at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and they raised this question: will the South go back? And they presented statistic after statistic, paper after paper, that shows that highly resegregated schools inherently hurt children, their achievement.